the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
The mighty minority in Parliament. As I yomo adeni biem na adia ene minority caucus no aye no Sh0cks Sh0cks Over-Bagbin the Speaker of Parliament and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the entire NDC MPs ne say ene ana the Finance Minister Yera Dr. Sh0cks atoforsen ekopie mu mrashibedwem the media budget review no kwakotubia minimo kase asat now Finance Minister so read budget no na the mighty minority say omontena enfofo ho ana omontena enfofo ho ema NDC amanyoko no emfa enda na omokwaye nioma NDC amanyoko no ba bem within 6 months under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne watch ekoso ewo Ghana memha no mo MPP MPs no emfo aso enti so mbetena mrashibedwem ama Finance Minister Sh0cks atoforsen media budget review abetu dwande ene omontena ho amenemo kasa omudi petition akopie mu Jubilee House His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nyina afa election violence koso under no watch no NPP MPs no sorry free mrashibedwem ho ansakwa na the Finance Minister Sh0cks atoforsen the media budget review no eba betu dwano na Sh0cks Sh0cks Over-Bagbin ameno ka say the minority caucus no o ma storm Jubilee House o ma shake Jubilee House ye pa says Excellency John Dramani Mahama on na Ghana mampani onto ni nancy form no nya say nyoma bia ekoso ewo Ghana memha abra NDC amanyoko no ba bem say a favor NDC amanyoko no a no mo NDC amanyoko no led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akana no atum na mom kotia NPP ni a na NDC amanyoko no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama aman home so yehwe Chief Justice get to talk no ni case ya yehwe Kevin Taylor de ya eba yi nema bia ekoso Ghana memha no NPP MPs ni say omani enje so ana omani enje ho enti omontena se ema NDC amanyoko no emfa emfofon enda no omokwaye odi yenko tie yehwe.
Speaker, I say there's a lot of pain. A lot of pain. Speaker, as we all do know, our fourth Republican Constitution is the most sustained constitution in our body politics and history as a country. So, Speaker, increasingly, electoral violence is increasingly... Wait. Wait, I want them to be quiet before. Electoral violence, Mr. Speaker, is increasingly rearing its ugly head in our fledgling democracy. Mr. Speaker, the recently rerun 19 polling stations at Ablekumanov is truly revealing.
Honorable Minority Chief Whip, just a minute. Honorable members, the Minority Chief Whip is raising a very serious matter. Election violence. I think it's a matter that we should take note of and devote a day to dilate on it, and at the end of the day take a position, because we need everybody to be on board. It takes away a lot of the shine of our democracy in this country. And so what he's talking about is serious matter. It's not something for us to just gloss over. But I want to plead with him, because I didn't know the statement was on this subject matter. Because I myself have noted it, and my intention is for us to devote a day and enough time to take this matter through. It worries all of us, particularly you, the players must be more worried than any other person, because the violence will be meted up to no other persons apart from you, the players. So it's something that we should take some time, and I want to urge the Minority Chief Whip to let us stop today, because we don't have time to do that. And our nation, in spite of what we're talking about today, are focused on hearing what the minister is going to tell us about the media review. Then we'll get enough time to handle your matter. Thank you so much.
Speaker, with due respect, I will not on any day defy your authority. But Speaker, we have lined up a number of activities to back home our demands. And to the extent that these violence visited are not atoned, we cannot be part of the presentation of the media budget. And to that extent, Speaker, to that extent, we are exiting the parliament and cannot be part of this process.
From a purely fiscal perspective, does this make sense? Especially say you check Ghana, your current economic context. Does it make sense, Doc?
In fact, what's my okay? Fetch me. I feel na meti. Not just a meti. Me and tia. I do my for your cut you. I again. Yeah, the cut is on yes. I'm open source. 10%.
No, you're capping 10% now for 2025.
Your capping is young two at a more than 10%.
Yes.
Okay. A big dinner at inflation. So I can try na ya to tumuno. Ya ne dinner near my born at Kokosoro. Ya the year 2024. Yes, finance not inflation of 23%. And I think around 22%. Nana Kufado to a around that, or they about 22% at work. So say say I mean inflation is 10% nowadays. I can to move 10%. That it's say. We say ya ketua cost of the so near my you could also yakotono. Sani but say in real terms no on to a ketua we ma it me cover inflation na on to a ketua and ya June last year media review see and then Kufa to start the ketua mu no e move from I think the 22 or so to about 23 because after the inflation was akosoro kakra. And I hear John Domini Mama ba and inflation here 23 no. Aketua no de or to adwuma fa ketua mu 10%. So inflation here 23 now to ketua mu 10%. Just every worker in real terms has lost I mean some amount of offended revenue.
Yes.
Let us say 2024 no adwuma ni bia sika na wo a wo de nema na otimi to no 2025 you ntimi to sa na netie. Na and ya be hwa na e be di no kra who say inflation no aba from 23 na 13.7. Yeah, share any said maybe by the end of the year, no, a team day, I will do 10. So I think inquiry and say inflation it me be do 10 there. Let's say what cast what talk to 10%. That say won't for Bibianca will be our name. They are a fee or toy no. As my Nibia, the toy no per se, a fee a bit to I thought our brother sitting on the come kai end the day Emma from. Now Kobasa, let's say, and then you should deal a VA bay. And then I did a board Ghana president, and I said, Jason, fine, no, a year petrol born, I was from Pa. They say, yeah, best I finance the and grab a coin $80. And then in 68, and there were from Yanshe yet, let's say, Bibico see, let's a petrol born co eta. Petrol bono and the baby and then I'm 13 money 14 a bit Akobe I'm 17 18 per letter na kobasana sa inflation and atia from 23 to about 13 I bet I will akosoro na inflation kosoro now cause we tua adwuma for akatua no with the 10% na peka na on far more than 10% in kan ho there as a chance say adwuma ni bia akatua in real terms no e beba from that is the na ebeti yetimi tono yentimi tonti ya sentima munsensem no ebe say ama ye nema aye basa it is na because I feel we no akatua muntumu 10% na you are John Domani Mahama the man we see adwuma for because at the time no inflation 23. Yeah, and about 13. It is still more than 10%. And from January all the way to Busumi compared to last year, no, was it last year? The prevailing increase in salaries, no. It couldn't commensurate with the level of inflation. So what me do they are and you bet me.
Okay.
So why do they are and you mean need to do and then you feel fiscal discipline.
All right, Doc. The long-term effect of 10% capping on government workers' wages. What do you know? Ebetimi stabilize ye sika semono in the long term, and now so some way somehow it may deepen inequality and unrest. Doc,
the mihuni said we in the democratic dispensation, you know, abai sa ne manema se makape, especially neme bia entering ina fa kono okas wakape a problems na opesa odeba. Because I feel we know now we are bound for fronting and buy and inflation now 23. We talk about 10%. Yeah, and then no, you may need the organ be and I sit term aquaform and now say prevailing and inflation about 13.7. No, it is still higher than Wakatria 9 to 10% in the mine. It is when you be a sika abaform. They say, what can say what they to 10. Now, you better sorry now. Offend the inflation, I could do 20%, I could do 30%. Yeah, the baby said the transfer and strike, and I need the beer you may be able to a now, a bus and Moabano, and then Moa or Man and Kanko. It be the minimum say, yeah, and I'm Sagana, Yamiam, Yensa, then not be BBC or Mubiano, economy, no, I'm ordaining Tejina, and St. Johnson's and some. St. Johnson's and some Epitia, Yabera, from 2017 all the way to January 2022. Now inflation, from exchange rate, not dollar, in some agent Faco. St. Johnson's and some buy and the best same inflation 13.9 at the beginning of 2022. That's all I do 54 at the end of the 2022. It is a cobasa and St. Johnson's some Kosai. Now inflation no Kosra. Was the media buy na makape wage increases at 10% in the momentum to reflect the new increases in inflation there. Labor no only labor for nyasam. The ben say the union the beba memu near the BI beko strike and the anko strike is what Sh0cks say if government pretends to pay us, workers would also pretend to work. And to say, Nipa no kwa jumum na de wonya no. Ntimi fa no nuru ba bia na se na setena mu nya. Okwa o classroom a mi say na mo classroom na me kira de nyina no. Mi sika asante me dwendwene kwaya me fa so a mi free classroom a me kwa akopɛ bibi fufu akopɛ sika na betimi bi akofie akodie. So ba it kills efficiency. Because Nipa na dia woje no ya odi that day the agent ko ensha dan so papa na so odi sa mara we ba na say ya hwe na man St. Johnson's sikasam kosai na bi be bok petit Ghana say the 2022 no ye inflation kosoro more than 10%. Now so what cap wage increases at 10. E chese adwuma fo atete mu be sei na ese ni nyina no na ahoden ni opepa a omode ye adwuma no so brase a afi economy no mum e kan kono na be brase pa ya emoa aba no na emoa tinamufo so.
Doc, I was in a fan command in Sihana, Yanshe, the Honorable Minister Finance, Eddie and Senator to them, watching Comobia on my best answer to that's a part of many of them. All right, but I say Dr. George Donfe, Economist, University of Ghana, and no Acheche and community. And I pay share the Honorable Finance Minister, Honorable Case.
Mimi kwame bebe baba betobia amount na me beto ade a me di kokokoye me say one kwaye a me di bisi mfidie so ebedi adanse say we na me beto ye na we na me say me di kwakokoye. So you know it is to cure two things. One, said ye Bank of Ghana or this Kano registered forex traders no obetini a monitor. Number two, said you should be promo. One more $1 no Eddie Hodo, Omoto, Edisi, and easy see bit me attractive because come will be the top be $100,000 if we say you are and Chebia Masada to 200,000, Masada to 300,000. Peppers are made quite any money and necessary and a daddy. Question me, Busani say, Omo buy Omo Babet trust anxious you wish one. And that's all buy on attraction. Mind you, say you buy a forex market now, Potokasem was is inefficient. Obi from Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire or any of the Francophone zone or even Africa. It's no like them. Let's say also the 1.4 billion every quarter. Would bet me at even more than 1.4 billion within 1 week.
Exactly.
System na you woman ain't me identify it now. So what I say, finance minister and friend is saying governor of central bank a idea sadi we a worrying situation. Since particularly traders be one worried to say best 120-day credit. Within Yama Bremo, within 120 days and sign with Nietia, and Renaso, and this will put here. One here now will destroy the credit score and then integrity. A Basanzwa, Naniki, and also will be affected. So, seriously speaking, if there's one thing that we need clarity as to the way forward. I want to hear again whether say the digital forex trading platform you see the previous government suffered it was stretching itself beyond to address the issue of exchange rate. Any gold purchase program as far back as June of 2021. And a black yet build the gold reserve now to the point say one more if you order. No meet or move gold reserve from 8.7 tons to 30.53 tons of gold. So say chart now. NDC entering for 3 tons of gold. Meanwhile, the gold board record excess of gold over 20 tons. All them to say. And and I think say so you suit the second half of the year. I'm far addressing this issue. Now exchange rate has a spike here. To be very honest with you, the headache papa. Now there are also issues connecting with the gold issues, the gold board and a coiner of fixed gold prices, it's also a major concern in the mining sector. And the mining sector have direct connection with our exchange rate, at least from the point of the gold purchase program policy of June 2021. You know how money you gold, are they an integral part of fixing our exchange rate problem. As I say, I want for gold, I buy no repair no 12,000, and net gold body see over 8,000. Now when Overbagbin to form a good year as I see him running chicken or ultimate trauma will be a chance of a trauma gold board. Now almost can the other two saying growth and sustainability levy. Former government introducing at 1%. And as I say, end of 2025 and by and growth and sustainability level 1%. What people they call 3% over 66%. It is over 200%. Increase. So say you're not ahead of the mining community, the mining industry already, especially large scale mining companies now. So in them, so what is can also buy now or be converted to cities na in city terms no akɔ fam. Meanwhile